I'm so confused in what to say and how to think anymore because I don't know what these last couple weeks and months have been like. Actually, I do know what they have been like. They haven't been easy. They haven't been easy for me as a fan or Nicki as an artist. And our fan relationship, and when I say that, I just mean the relationship that we have in our head with our favorite artists has been severely impacted by the recent events of the past couple of months. If you know me and you listen to me and you've been a long time listener of me, you've heard that reaction in real time over these past couple of months. If you don't know me like that, then this may hit you like a ton of bricks. While I didn't come on the internet to speak down upon Nicki Minaj, I feel like the timing of the recent events and my channel have not been the best because I could I want to talk about current events, but my opinions on current events and recent events are not, are not really aligned with Nikki's. And so I there's a struggle in communicating those thoughts in a way that is not demeaning, speaking down upon her, and also being understood by anybody who listens to me. And so those of who listen to me without, like judgment or whatever, I truly do appreciate it. I don't take that for granted, and I also don't ever see myself not supporting Nicki Minaj anymore. But if you've been here in the recent months and you've heard some things that I've said about Nicki during the Megan Thee Stallion situation, you probably understand a bit more of what I'm talking about. And so it leads me to think about the concept of separating the art from the artist and intaking Nicki as a person versus Nicki as an artist and separating those two things. This is a concept that we use to refer to artists like R. Kelly as well as Kanye West. R. Kelly is not someone who exists in my mind at all because I can't even, like he is what he is and he's where he belongs. And I do not consume his music. I don't know, can tell you, right? Kanye, I also don't support. I don't listen to his music, but I've never really been a supporter of Kanye West. Like, he's not. I don't just sit up listening to Kanye West, and I also never really sat up listening to R. Kelly. Well, I did kind of when I was younger with like maybe things like Trapped in the Closet and like the Part 12 series or whatever. But I was never like huge fans of neither of those artists. So the concept of separating the art from the artistry was never really relevant to me, and it's not something that I took responsibility of applying that to that artist or interpret listening to their music without their personality. Now, when it comes to Nicki Minaj, it's so different because Nicki is my favorite artist, and I believe, and I am a stan. But I believe that like when you consider yourself a stan of someone, you don't just stan them because you love their music. You stan them because you love what they represent and the person that they are. And all of those things ring true for Nicki, and I still feel that way a lot. It's just things that I just disagree with, and how her approach to handling conflict and stuff like that. And we all don't really have the perfect approaches. I don't really have the perfect approach either. But I feel like when you tell someone that you're going to do better, in terms of like being a better person and handling conflict better, I feel like you set an expectation for them to then judge you on that. If we have a personal relationship and I'm like, hey, like, can you please call me when you're getting off of work and when you're on the way home and you don't call me? It's like, okay, I'll do better. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you're going to do better. But the next time you do it, you say, I'm going to do better again. And it's like, so now we have two issues. We have the issue of not calling me after you get off of work. And then we have the issue of now you like saying things and you're not really following up on them. And that right there is going to be an issue for me because we were all raised on the idea that actions speak louder than words. So the, um, so your actions, right? Like, if your actions don't match up with your words, then what am I supposed to do with that? Like that, the best apology is changed behavior. And so when Nikki told us about allegedly, situations that she had with different female rappers and her fallouts with them, and after she, said things about Megan and Coy in 2022, she then came back in 2023 telling us that she would no longer engage in clown behavior. And then we had the situation with Meg in 2024 that was to me more like controversial than honestly almost the Cardi B, debacle. And my sentiments on where I am with Nicki in my head these days really it's not a lot to do with Megan, right? Like, and once again, people don't know this because we don't talk every day and you don't hear all of my thoughts and opinions. But there have been other things that happen in the fan base that you may not be privy to that I felt could have been handled in a better way. And because I feel like some people get shut out and they get disregarded, that then impacts the way that I feel about Nikki as a person, as a leader. And it's hard to lead a pack of, your family, your team, your fans, people you cannot control around the world. So I totally get it. But to make people feel like their opinions don't matter, when people have valid, like, concerns, is another way that she kind of like pushed me away in a little bit, where I felt like if it was handled in a different way, we could have gotten closer. So once again, I don't say anything to bash Nikki. It's just really an honest reflection of where my mindset is at. So anyway, getting back to separating the art from the artist, I literally feel like I can't process this concept because I don't want to separate Onika from Nikki. I want to love them together. But I notice, I listen to, of course, other content creators, and I have so much respect for both content creators and both just fans, just regular Nikki fans, regular Barbs, who, despite everything, they still agree with Nikki. Like, they still like really, they're just as much as of a fan than I am, but they still like, they're able to really speak up for and defend Nikki in ways that I can't if I'm not feeling that connection because of X, Y, and Z that happened. So I really respect any content creator who does this and who puts their opinion out there and who continues to stand up for Nikki despite, like, what they don't agree with. And let me tell you right now, people, as in like Barb's, they may not speak out against Nikki out of respect for her, but that doesn't mean that they agree with every single thing that she does and says. So let's really put that out there, okay? You could be watching, listening, and reading the thoughts of people who you feel like they do support Nikki unconditionally, because they do, but they're just not telling you their real thoughts. And that's the difference between me and every other content creator who talks about female rap and who talks about Nicki Minaj. You're not just getting how I feel about the music, you're getting everything for the most part. But a lot of people, I was watching Naomi Cannibal, who we all know, most of us know her. She does great breakdowns on artists and music and stuff like that. And she was talking about the Ariana Grande album, the new Ariana Grande album that everyone is talking about right now. I haven't personally listened to the album, and that's irrelevant to this, discussion. But she was saying like it. She was saying that she was just talking about the album, right? She was literally just talking about the music, talking about her thoughts about it and the production. And she said absolutely nothing about Ariana Grande's personal life. And then you have the other side of Ariana Grande commentary right now that is only focused on Ariana the human and the not so great decisions that she has made in regards to her personal life. And so I thought about it and I was like, do I need to pick a side when it comes to Nicki? Should I just concentrate on what I think about her music and not her as the person? How does that look? How do I even begin to process that? And maybe that's going to be the next phase in my career as a Nicki Minaj fan. But in specific regards to my commentary, because for me, I want to be taken as nothing less than serious. Like, and that's why I give my honest opinion on anything that I feel like, because although I am a Barb, I'm a Nicki Minaj stan, I'm a fan. I have conversations. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've had conversations with people who are in Barty Gang, in any fan base. But I also have conversations with men who don't consider themselves fans of Nicki Minaj. Like, literally anybody walking planet Earth, I want to talk to about Nicki Minaj because I want to change their perspective. And in order for someone to trust you in that process of talking about Nicki Minaj or anything that you're passionate about, if someone comes across my video who's all the way across the world in India and doesn't know anything about Nicki Minaj, or someone who comes across my channel who actually hates her, I want them to listen to my video and hopefully walking away understanding her a bit more. And you know why they would trust my opinion? It's because they understand and they see that I'm giving my raw and honest opinion and being unbiased. And I'm going to say, hey, I didn't agree with this. I don't think that was the right approach, but I still love her regardless. And this is why you should really understand her points, because just because her approach may not be the best, it doesn't mean that she's not speaking the truth. And that is what I exist on this earth to do, both with Nicki and female rap and just in life in general. I'm always trying to get to the truth. And the truth is not always easy. So I don't even know if I'm going to upload this. I just wanted to come on here with some personal thoughts. There's absolutely nothing scripted about this video. I mean, if you even get it, I don't even know if it makes it to YouTube. If it does, let me know how you're feeling about what I'm saying. And I just hope for understanding. I know that, like, when I'm not agreeing with Nikki, I'm gonna lose followers, I'm gonna lose X, Y, and Z. But I hope that, like, even though it may take you off guard and it may feel like, is she using the Barb? Is she using Nicki Minaj to build an audience? It's like, no. It's just that timing is really not on our side right now. And I can't sit up here and lie. I absolutely cannot do that. I can't lie. I cannot act like things are not happening. So things that I could really talk a lot about, a lot of other things that are going on in the news regarding Nikki on the channel, but I do not talk about it because um I know that like my opinion is really not the best when it comes to that. That's what I'll say. And so for those people who may question my intentions, just like really think about that, because if I really didn't care, and if I put myself before Nikki, if I put my want of like, what do I need to grow a channel? I need attention, I need views, I need clicks. If I put that before Nikki, I would be on here saying everything, everything that you see and are not seeing, good or bad. And because a lot of people, it's so easy to hate Nicki Minaj, but instead I reserve my opinion and I have those conversations in private environments, and I bring those conversations to the channel because even though I may withhold some of those conversations because it may not come out the best way, it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to happen. So one of my last videos on the Barb Civil War, that is literally what's happening right now on in the fan base, on social media and stuff like that. And just because it may not be like, oh my god, everything is peaches and cream, it's reality. And that's the only space I live in. I live in reality. I don't know about you, but I live in reality. And I'm so excited to see what Nikki has to offer for the rest of the era. This could be a phase. I don't know. Everything depends on like how Nikki acts, right? Like the decisions that she make. She can do something today or tomorrow that I absolutely love and that I absolutely agree with, and then she can do something that I'll absolutely not agree with. And it just depends on the day. Like that's exactly how I take it at this point. But my love for Nicki does not falter at all. My love for Nicki Minaj, the artist, doesn't falter at all. My love for Onika, the human being, doesn't really falter at all. It's just that like our minds are not aligned, and I don't really see anything wrong with it, because anything that I've said, that is like in disagreement with Nicki, I don't think it has been slanderous. I have not said anything disrespectful towards her career, her family, the fan base. Everything is rooted in truth, fact, and opinion. And if you don't like it, then that's great. We can disagree in the comments all day, but some of the comments and unnecessary drags are really unnecessary when you know, child, that you're gonna be watching the next video. And that's all I exist to do. So I don't know if anybody's still here. Once again, I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. You hear my phone going off in the background. That's how you know that this wasn't recorded, meant to be recorded for YouTube. But I just had to get some thoughts off. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. But I'll be here, and we're gonna have some real conversations on my channel that once again, my channel is a visual, no, it's an audio visual representation of my brain. So exactly what's going on in my brain is exactly what you see on my channel. And my thoughts and opinions are not influenced by anything other than me. Um, they're not influenced by the blogs. We don't talk about the blogs here. I don't read the blogs. They're just me. It's just me. Hey, it's me, Destiny. It's just me. So if you're down for that, definitely, stay subscribed, and let me know how you're feeling. And if not, then that's cool as well. Because there's so many other great channels, that do the similar work that I'm doing. So I'm gonna end this here. But if you made it to the end, I seriously appreciate you for listening.